Hey guys, so I'm here in my Han Solo Element camper, and this is a solo camper, and this is the second version that I did. The first version, it was a little bit challenging because, I used the original OEM seat and I made a bed out of it, and, the seat was still able to fold up and things like that. It was also a mobile office, so I took out the front seat. But for this version, I wanted to make it a little bit more user friendly, something less intrusive than tearing out the cushion of the OEM seat and taking out the front seat. So in this version, I just removed this chair, kept the front seat, and I did a few other improvements, and we'll take a look at them. Let's check it out. Okay, so for the cabinet and counter space and sink and things like that, I kept it exactly the same as the previous build. I didn't do anything new to it, but we'll go over a few of the features just in case you missed the first tour or you forgot, you want to look at it again. So let's take a look at this cabinet and countertop. So let's check out the cabinet and countertop. So right here I have some storage and I could put my mugs and things like that. So I built this little storage shelf. Underneath that is my water bucket. My water goes here, and this tube goes to this faucet right here, which is a USB rechargeable faucet. I have a soap dispenser there too, and down here I actually have a leg right here that you could actually extend so that when you're driving over a bumpy road, you might want to put all the legs down so it's extra secure. But but if you just need more space, you just hang up the legs, and you can have more room to move around. So this leg is the same thing. It also comes up and down. All right, so let's move to our cabinet. So here I have my cabinet, and I have a bunch of junk. Uh, it's a bit of a mess in there, and if I did a better job, you could squeeze more stuff. But you could see the plumbing right there. That plumbing to the sink comes out here, down there, and here's a valve so I could turn it off. Well, not really turn it off because it's just drain. I could close it so it closes to the outside, and it goes down underneath here, uh, underneath the wheel well, and it drains to the bottom of the car. And you can see the drainage right there. So it just comes right out. For the water, I have this 10-liter tub right here, and this you could also remove so that we could access the spare tire underneath still. And there's a way to access it here too, because this comes out completely, the bed, but we'll show you that later when we get there. Let's just put that right there. All right, so over here we have my sink, and this is just made by a IKEA storage bin, and I just drilled drainage to make a sink. Take a look at it in there, sponge. Here, this is a USB rechargeable faucet, soap dispenser. So it's actually really nice and handy. It's really compact. It's kind of perfect for the space that we have. Here I have a drawer. Take out the pin so when we're driving, it's nice and secure. Just my assorted uh, utensils, toothbrush, things like that. Put that pin in. So over here I have a storage rack. Let me move my iPad and storage rack. I have some USB ports here, so a light switch. So at night when you have the red light, it's not too blaring like a white light. So this I have a white light there, and I have two switches. One switch is here. You can see the white light's on. Turn it off. But also, there's a switch on this side too. So when I come in through this door, I could actually turn on the light over there too. Um, so as I mentioned, here is my TV stand, an iPad stand. So I could watch a movie while I'm sitting back in the car, or I could swing it around, and while I'm laying down, I could watch a movie as I fall asleep, surf the net. But that goes like that, and it's on a metal, on a magnet, so I could still remove it nice and easy. Up here, some more storage. I have a coffee maker right there. I have some instant coffee and a bigger cutting board in case I need bigger space. But I also have right here a mirror. And that mirror goes right here also. Okay, so there you can see me. So you can get ready in the morning by using this mirror, or you could get ready by watching your iPad. Okay, so that I keep up here. All right, it stays up there nice and secure. Take a look at it back here. Here I have a cabinet. In the cabinet I have a temperature thermometer and humidity. And I got not too much stuff in there. I got some cables and stuff. And there's the wiring to my lights you can see in the back. I have an electric heater right here. So when it gets a little cold, I don't camp when it's super cold. Hopefully I won't need a bigger heater than that. This is the stand to my coffee maker. Yeah, right here. There's my coffee maker stand, and I printed this on my 3D printer. So that the nice thing about this coffee maker is that it fits right there perfectly. That goes there. Okay, here I have a control for my inverter, so I can turn on the power. So this turns on the inverter, which is underneath here. I'll show you that in a little bit when I show you the bed. But that comes later. And yes, there's a microwave. Pretty decent sized microwave. And there's some power outlets underneath that the microwave uses, and then you could plug into the power outlets. That's controlled by this switch right here. You turn it off. Moving around to this side, I have a coat hanger for a coat or hat, jacket. I showed you guys the light switch, and here's the more red or white light, depending on what I want to do. There's also a table right here, a foldable table. And you can see there's a little extra extension. But one nice thing about this one is this is where I cook. And when I cook inside the car, I cook here, turn on that fan. See, it's blowing. And it'll blow all the steam and smoke out. Keeps the car from stinking up. That folds. And these fans, and I'll show you more about these fans later when I show you my AC connection to it. But there's AC connection, but there's also the option to just run the fans. You can have them both go out or in, circulate, one in, one out. Just do that by opening up the window like that. So this allows me to kind of keep the bugs out and still blow the fan. You can see there's a mesh on the ports, and right here I have a cap, and that cap plugs up there. I have a mesh, and the bugs will stay out, and I could blow air in or out. So again, this countertop and stuff, it's all from the same as the previous build. There's really nothing new. So let's get to the parts that's new. Is that this drawer will come out completely, and then you could access your wheel well and things like that, your spare tire if you ever need to, and you have all this storage right here, and you could take your kitchen kit and move it out to your campsite wherever you need. So this actually works as the support for the bed. So it goes back in, and it'll double as the support for the bed. That way it's not tied to anything, and I could still open up my spare tire. All right, so let's check out my storage and kitchen kit. First of all, I have a big cutting board right here, a big cutting board. I could leave it right here, and I could use it as a table for cooking if I like, or don't have to. For instance, if I take out my grill, I could do my cooking right here. I have this extra grill if I want to grill something on top, or I could just use a pan or whatever. Got my bowls. Let's show you guys what's in here. Now there's space for more stuff. I could pile in a few more stuff. Pans, rice cooker, but over here it's kind of like storage, cables, and gear, backpack, gloves, knives, just usual stuff you need for camping. All right, this just slides back in. The bed itself is this, I can't remember, it's 3 or 4 inch futon, and I kind of made it semi-custom. I cut it up so that it fits right here, and same type of cushion in the back. I just use pillow covers, and I use safety pins to put it all in. Nothing fancy. Yeah, there's some storage underneath there. Actually, down there I have a cell booster. So when you're at some marginal places where you just get a little bit of a signal, this booster can help get you over the top and get you a good signal. So I keep it down there. Let's move around to the other side. All right, so I mentioned before this is bench mode, but if you want to be in bed mode, what you do is you pull this out and you have the extension, and the backrest that we had before will go right here and fill out the bed nicely. So now you have a bed that will fit. I think it's 74 inches long. I think 74 or 76. One of those two. I can't remember. And when you're done sleeping, put your cushions back and you close the bed up. Nice and easy. As I mentioned before, my previous build, I had taken out this chair and I made a mobile office. So there was a table here and an air conditioning unit underneath the table. For this build, the air conditioning unit will kind of sit right here when I'm traveling, sit on the front seat, and the refrigerator will go right there. So let's get that in. Of course, traveling with the air conditioning unit is optional. That's why I leave it right here. For the most part, I'm not going to travel with the AC too much unless I'm going to a super hot place. But this, I'll be traveling with everywhere. It's a refrigerator. I think it's 20 quarts, but there's actually two sides with a divider. It's dual temperature, so you could have one side freezer and the other side refrigerator, all freezer or all refrigerator. So it fits there really nicely. Okay, so over here again, I have this thing that I built here, which it will allow me to use it as a fan when I open up the windows. But when I want to use the air conditioning unit, I also made it so that the hoses to the air conditioning unit will connect in, and then you connect that to the air conditioning unit. So you could maybe move the refrigerator to the front of the car and have the air conditioning. All right, so when you want the air conditioner on, I'd just move the refrigerator to the front seat and have the AC hooked up. And let me show you in a previous video how I have that hooked up. You can see it connects nicely and it vents well, and it's pretty stealth. People don't know you're in here, so that's pretty cool. Another option is to have the AC sit right here on top of my power station. And you can see when I do that, I use the the vents on the side, on the front door, and it actually works really nice. The vents are out of the way, and uh, and the AC unit sits up nice and pretty towards you. Okay, so you may be asking, what's going to power that air conditioning unit, that refrigerator, this microwave? I got to have some pretty good power, and I do underneath here. So I made it so that the bed lifts up just like that, and it exposes my power system. And let's come take a look at it. Okay, so the bed opens up like that, nice and easy, and it'll expose the power system when I want to work on it. You can see I have a MPPT solar charge controller. This one is very efficient, so it's a little bit bigger than your normal ones. So here's a regular solar charge controller, and this one I use it to just recharge my car battery. So this one's connected to these two Red Odo 100 amp hour mini. These are minis, that's why they're small. So there's two of them. So there's 200 amp hours total, and that goes to this 2000 watt Red Odo inverter, and that is what hook up the microwave to, and the AC unit and things like that. So there's plenty of power. Can you run the AC 24/7 just off solar? Not really. You can run it. You got to be conscious with how often you run it, because even on low power, the AC unit will still use around 200 watts at a time. So speaking of watts, let's take a look at the solar panels up top. All right, so in addition to the inverter power, I also have 12-volt DC power right here. It's the cigarette lighter type thing, and USB ports, and there's also a voltmeter, and it's flashing because of the camera, but it doesn't flash in real life. Around 14 volts right now, so that's good. And there's also USB ports on it too. I have some vent holes to vent. Okay, so up here I have this flexible solar panel. This is a Bouge RV flexible solar panel. It's 200 watts. So I have it offset so that I have room for this. This is an open road shower, solar shower. And let me show you that. Okay, it sits inside my rack like that. And you just add water right here. You pump a little bit of air into that, and you connect the hose right here. I'll show you what that looks like in a previous video. In addition to this open road outdoor shower right there. Okay, so on this side I have this Vevor canopy, and I'll show you in a previous video what that looks like too, this Vevor canopy. All right, so that's the tour of my second version of my Han Solo Element camper. I have one more camping trip to do in Quartzsite in January, and after that trip, I'm going to tear everything out and start all over and try some new ideas I have in my head. Because you guys know I can't stick with one camper setup. I got to keep on messing with it and trying new things, just seeing how things go. But for now, it's Miller time.